Hi, I'm Caitlin Chapman, and I'm here today to be talking to you about vaccines. If you have any sort of social media account, you've seen posts about the anti-vax movement. There are groups on Facebook and threads on Reddit about anti-vax moms, and they're frequently reposted on all of my timelines. Less frequently now, it's mostly celebrities that you hear about now, but there are still a lot of news regarding anti-vaxxers. Recently, there was a child whose mother went on an anti-vax Facebook post and was saying, what should she do to protect her child who was unvaccinated from an outbreak at her school. And she did nothing. She decided not to vaccinate because it was a bunch of anti-vax moms, and the child is now dead. That is the most recent news that I've heard on the anti-vax movement. Most people understand that children should be vaccinated, as that example clearly states, but I'm going to give you some specifics about vaccination in case you were unaware. According to vaccines.gov, a vaccine is made from a very small amount of weak or dead germs that cause diseases. For example, viruses, bacteria, or toxins. It prepares your body to fight the disease faster and more effectively so you won't get sick. Vaccines, as you may know, are usually administered by a shot. Last time I got the flu shot, though, I know that they sprayed some mist up my nose. So there are different ways to administer vaccines, but most commonly it is a shot. Many have heard the myth that anti-vaxxers like to spread, and that is that vaccines cause autism. Along with this information, they cite that an ingredient in vaccines, thimerosal, is the cause. However, since 2003, there have been 9 CDC-funded or conducted studies that have found no link between thimerosal-containing vaccines and ASD, autism spectrum disorder, as well as no link between measles, mumps, rubella vaccines and ASD. So that's a bunch of malarkey. Even with this information, lots of people think that vaccines are simply not safe. The side effects for vaccine are rarely severe. There is often some irritation of the site, but the poster child for the anti-vax movement, her name is Evie Klobes, and many of you may have heard this story, but she was 6 months old, and she had just gotten vaccines 36 hours prior, and the next morning they found her dead. And her mom claimed that it was because of the vaccines. And so now there are posters and a lot of information has been spread. But NBC News posted a story, and it was basically saying that that's a bunch of bull because her mother started claiming that vaccines are what killed her and let the anti-vax movement use all of her information and use billboards and stuff. But after the first responders report came out, it actually shows that she was suffocated while sleeping with her mom. So the police report claims that the mom said that she had had some whiskey or something and was watching a basketball game, and then she put the baby to bed and slept with the baby next to her. So they were co-sleeping. And the cause of death after the autopsy was suffocation. So it's thought that the mother rolled over in the baby on her sleep because they found like sheet marks on her face, and her face was all bloody, and she was found laying face down. So I'm gonna say that the anti-vax movement does not have a lot of credit there. The CDC makes it clear that before a vaccine is ever given to people, the FDA oversees extensive lab testing out of the vaccine that can take several years to make sure it is safe and effective after the lab. Testing in people begins, and it can take several more years before the clinical studies are complete and the vaccine is licensed. So just why should we vaccinate? Vaccination is a healthy, effective way to keep your family healthy according to vaccinateyourfamily.org. Over the years, vaccines have prevented countless cases of disease and disability and have saved millions of lives. For example, polio, which caused 50,000 cases each year and it was one of the most dreaded diseases of the 20th century with an annual epidemic. So people were dying every year, and because of vaccines, the number has been greatly reduced. So we need to continue to vaccinate our children. Thank you.